Should we find out what's happening with the weather?
Yes.
I know some people like the snow, but I'm glad it's gone.
Oh, it's all right for you. We didn't even have any.
Oh, well, it was lovely while it was there. Good morning, Shima. How are you?
I didn't see a thing. Not a thing at all.
You want to get to
Just
Sheffield? We had a few inches over there.
And you might get some more later this week, tell you that for sure. But before we get there, there's other concerns this week. This is a shot from near Derby yesterday. You notice the high rivers, the flooded fields. It's going to become more of a feature over the next few days. Good morning, both of you. Good morning as well. A very busy and quite hectic week of weather coming our way. And it all links actually what's been happening recently. This is the scene across the Scottish borders yesterday. Still some snow lying out there. We have seen a steady thaw, but still about a week's worth of water all locked up in that frozen snow out there on some of the higher hills. And that could be quite important because what's coming our way over the next 24 hours is something much, much milder.
Should we catch up on the weather? Matt's got, it looks pretty miserable there, but tell us what's going on that morning.
Probably sums it up, yes. A lot of weather coming our way this week. You may have noticed river levels are fairly high at the moment. Flooded fields as well. Not great news because we've got some very heavy rain coming across the country during the next few days.
That picture probably tells us there are a few warnings coming our way.
They do indeed, Dan. Not a great week of weather. Keep a very close eye on the forecast, and if you are in areas susceptible to flooding, keep an eye on the latest flood details as well. This was a scene in York yesterday. Not a particularly unusual sight here, but just shows that the river's already responding to some of the snow from last week melting in the hills. More of that will melt away and be released into the river system as we go through the next 24 hours because
it's not great, is it? Let's be honest.
I've not done a good job of cheering people up this Monday morning, have I? Bring back Carol Kirkwood, that's what I say. Anyway, thanks, Dan, Louise. Good morning to you. It isn't a great week of weather for many of us. Now, there's still a bit of snow there in the hills in parts of southern Scotland and northern England at the moment, some of which has taken a bit of thawing through the weekend. All that extra water, which has been stored up in the form of ice, basically, has been pushing down into the river system. This was York yesterday. Rivers are already high, so it's not great news that things are set to get a good deal wetter. We're going to get a surge of mild air. That's going to continue to melt the snow that's there in the hills, particularly in northern England and southern Scotland. But with that, batches of weather fronts which are going to drop quite a bit of rain for some. You notice on our rainfall accumulation chart where the rain will fall this week and how much will fall. All of us will see rain at some point, but over the next 3 days, it's parts of southern Scotland, northern England and into West Wales, particularly on the hills. We could see a month, maybe 2 months worth of rainfall, all adding into a swollen river system already. And the Met Office are already concerned about this particular area across parts of northern England, where they've got an amber weather warning in place through Tuesday and Wednesday for huge amounts of rainfall and an increased risk of flooding. Be prepared. But wherever you are across the UK, particularly for northern England, Wales and southern Scotland, if you are in an area susceptible to flooding, keep a very close eye on the forecast and all the latest flood warnings.